welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Texas Rangers going up against the Atlanta Braves. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. A big game 2 in store for us here today, Chris.
And the series started out like you might expect. The home side taking care of business in game 1, but this game today is going to reveal a lot about what this series will become. Will it be a battle for 6 or 7 games, or will it be a walkover? Those are the questions that we start getting more clarity on after game 2.
I have a feeling it's going to be a good one. All right, ready to get underway. Here's Leody Taveras. And that's off the inside edge. So we're underway here in game 2. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, coming off of a blowout loss in the previous game, this lineup can't try to do too much. They've just got to stay within themselves, take each pitch, each at bat, one by one, and try to push the runs across as often as possible.
And now we take a look at the Rangers lineup. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team, and I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
Next one misses. Going to count 1-2. And another ball. 1 out, base is empty. In the dirt, counts full, 3-2. One down, base is empty. Hit hard on the ground is short. Tosses across the first. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, we talked about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder. Wow, really impressive.
Corey Seager stands in here, takes ball 1 low. 2 outs, base is empty. And there's a foul ball. To the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. End of a half inning of play. No score. Back here with my pal Singy. And on the hill in this one, Nathan Eovaldi.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming on the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Fouled off. He was late. Here comes a pitch. Swung on, belted. And an automatic double as it hops the fence.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next hitter to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
And he makes the catch. Runner tags at second. Not in time. He's safe. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. And this is an offense with a ton of pop, top to bottom, Singy.
Yeah, well, some players will say that home runs are mistakes. They were just a little too quick. Not this club. They're looking to hit the ball over the fence. Not any speedsters in this lineup. Not guys that were looking to run around the bases. They're looking to jog. And I expect to see that kind of approach in this one.
The pitch. Close, but called a ball. And it's 2-0.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Next offering is in for a strike. One away with a runner at third here in game 2 of the World Series. And that one hammered. Tavares ranging back on it. Out of here. They must be going crazy in the dugout. That's his 3rd home run of the series. And the Braves have the lead now. It's 2-0.
He's swinging a red-hot bat. This isn't the first home run we've seen him hit these last few games, and it probably won't be the last. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Hard but foul. 2 runs across in the inning here in game 2. And that's off the inside edge. 1-1. There's a swing and a miss.
Love to see it. Power versus power right there.
The line to kick the pitch. Wouldn't chase that time. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The 2-2. Swings over the splitter for strike 3.
Well, that splitter out of the hand, it just sort of jumps on you, and your interpretation is here comes a fastball again. Well, it never really reaches because the bottom falls out of it, and you swing over the top, and that's why they call it a split-fingered fastball.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. And that one is going to go. He sends it out of here. It's their 2nd home run of the inning. It's 3-0.
Man, he just barely got that one out of here, and you gotta love the effort and left to try and bring it back. He had a good shot at it, just couldn't quite pull it off. It would have been a stunner if he did.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Makes the sliding stop, and they get the out. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 3-0. You're watching the World Series on the show. Back here in Atlanta, now it's the right fielder, Adolis Garcia. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in, and he's got a leadoff double.
He was all over that one. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here at the top of the 2nd. There's a swing and a drive. That's back there. Leaping, and it's gone. It just got out of here. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 3-2.
Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. He gave it a great effort, but you know those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
And now it's going to be Jonah Heim. Ball 1 low. Singy, here's a fun nugget. Through the 2022 season, only 8 players ever had at least 3 career postseason hits, where all of those hits were for extra bases. And you're one of them. And another ball.
Well, not to brag, Boog, but my postseason extra base hits were pretty special, too. 2 doubles off of Pedro Martinez in 2003 and an RBI triple off Freddie Garcia in 2000.
In the air out to center. Harris has a beat on it. And there's one down.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter. And a tough one at that.
Nathaniel Lowe in the box now. No balls and a strike. Next offering is in for a strike. I wouldn't get too puffed up about that postseason extra base hit thing, Siggy. The all-time leader with 4 is Ken Holtzman, a pitcher, and one of his hits was a homer.
Yeah, Boog, I'm sure he was a position player there before he started pitching. Well, that was a pretty poor bat. He just never got the bat off his shoulder. I mean, you got to go up there looking to swing at some point, especially once you're down 0-2. And at that point, make an adjustment, look to put the ball in play if it's anywhere close. And I'm just not sure what the plan was there.
And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter. Battling here as he fouls it away. And the 0-2. Hard hit, right side. Fires over to first. And that is the inning. Texas plates 2 on the homer. It's now a 3-2 ball game. This is the World Series on the show. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's Sean Murphy. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out.
Yeah, and because he's got the big arm, he pays attention to the running game and is sure to manage it.
Outside low, and it's 1-2.
When you have a catcher that can throw like that, a pitcher doesn't have to worry as much about the slide step. He can keep his mechanics intact and have a better opportunity of getting that hitter out with a swing and miss.
Swings and misses, and 1 away.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Here's Orlando Arcia. In the air, right side of the infield. That's out number 2.
Batting ninth, the left fielder, Marcell Ozuna.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Marcell Ozuna. Swing and a ball popped up. Seager makes the play, and that's the inning. Nothing across here this half. We head on now to the top of the third. It's the Braves 3 and the Rangers 2. And we're back. Now it's the second baseman, Ezekiel Duran. There's a strike. We talk so much about how starting pitchers prepare for their starts. I talked with Max Fried, and one of the things he told me back in 19, he and Lucas Giolito started using MLB The Show to go over scouting reports. Pulled the string of the changeup.
Oh, there's a swell sign of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders, have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
Fastball for a strike. Max said he's not sure who actually started it. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second and great jump. And here's Corey Seager to hit. Pitch is in there. That's strike 1. Taveras at second with 2 down. Got it. Out number 3. 1 hit, 1 left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Braves 3 and the Rangers 2. as we go to the last of the third. And now the center fielder, Michael Harris. Little chopper rolls foul.
Been a rough start on the mound for this guy. His third inning so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
Fouled off left side. The 0-2. Stays alive. The pitch. That one hammered center field. Taveras going back on this one. He hits the wall and hangs on. Great catch.
Now the designated hitter.
Here's Jared Kelnick. Flied to right his first time. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
And that one upstairs. One down, base is empty. To the right side. Boots it. And he's going to make it to first. And we'll see how they score. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Taveras sizing this one up. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. And now Matt Olson up to hit. That one to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. One left for Atlanta, and it remains a 3-2 ball game. Game 2 of the World Series. Now here is Adolis Garcia. Up the middle. Whips it to first on the run. He'll throw, and he can't dig it out. Here's Josh Young. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. That's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Plenty of extra carry on that ball to right there. Almost got out of here thanks to the wind. It's whipping right now.
Time. Batting with one down. Takes a strike. In the air, out towards right center. Acuna after it. Pulls it in for the out. Number 2. Pitch misses, and that is ball 1. Just missed.
Well, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Next offering is in for a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Caught him looking for the K. Rangers lead 1. They're down 3-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Austin Riley.
The third baseman, Austin.
The line of the pitch. Riley goes 6 feet 3 inches, 27 years old, and he's a former Silver Slugger recipient in the National League. The wind of the pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Wouldn't chase that time. And another ball. That one ripped. And one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. into second easily with a leadoff double.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to him. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Swinging a foul straight back. And it's second. Ground ball right side. Durant. One out in the bottom of the fourth.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Murphy stands in now and watches strike one. Riley takes his lead at third with one away. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Got him. Two gone after the strikeout. No advance. Good job behind the dish.
You hear people talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone before he commits, he's way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt. On the other side, still a nice two-strike pitch, though.
Corrals it. And that is the third out of the inning. Braves strand one, but they still lead at 3-2. We go to the top of the fifth. Now here's the Rangers DH, Sam Huff. That one finds the zone, and that is strike one.
Well, these Rangers, from what we've seen, I think it's fair to wonder if they've been too patient at the plate. Sometimes it's a good thing, but today they're continuing to fall behind in the count, and that's adding a ton of pressure to their offense.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And now the lefty gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And it's through for a hit.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
And a pitch. On the ground right side. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Still able to get it there in time. And they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from him a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
Can't glove it cleanly. Throw to first, gets it. Good job to stay with it there for the second out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
On the ground. Albies over to first in time. That's the third out. One left for Texas, and it's still a 3-2 ball game. We head to the bottom of the fifth. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Marcell Ozuna. That's hard hit on the line. And there's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. So the lineup flips over. Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris. 1 for 2. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Back there. Gone! He circles the bases. It's 5-2. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Lightning fast hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
That's towards center. Taveras settles under it. He makes the grab. One away. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. He's already homered in this game. And first offering is fouled off.
Great swing and solid contact. Just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Max Scherzer, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Dunning getting loose as well. Foul ball, still 0-2. Bases empty, one away. Last half of inning number 5. Popped up, middle of the diamond. Under it. He's got it. 2 down. Matt Olson up to the plate. On a line, base hit. And that extends the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
And now ground off the middle. That's a base hit. And the postseason success continues for him. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in.
Max Scherzer taking over on the mound.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Swinging a foul straight back. Olson, the lead runner at second. Riley at first, 2 out of the inning. Pitch misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation, or maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it and try to get yourself comfortable.
So here's Scherzer on the ground, right side, and foul ball. 2 outs, a couple of base runners at first and second. And another ball.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Two on, 2 outs. Fights it off. You'll see another. Inside, almost got him.
Quite the matchup we're seeing here. 6 foul balls in this at bat alone, really making him work out there.
And they're all loaded up. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat. Bases full, 2 gone. Next to hit, Sean Murphy. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Hit in the air, right field. Makes the grab, and the inning is over. Braves pick up 2 on the long ball. It's now 5-2. Back at Truist Park, start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Corey Seager. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Smoked on the ground a second. And Seager is set down. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Adolis Garcia. Right through there for a strike.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time. One down, base is empty. The punch out there, 2 away.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle, so I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Sends it to first. Rangers go down in order. 3 up, 3 down that time. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Braves 5 and the Rangers 2. Back here in Atlanta, bottom of the 6th. Now it's the shortstop, Orlando Arcia. That one down the line, Young. Slings it across, and a quick out, number 1.
No left field.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Out to center. Taveras gets under it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now center.
On the ground to the left. Seager slings to first, and talk about efficient. 3 outs on 3 pitches, and the inning is done. Braves are set down 1-2-3, and it remains 5-2. And we're back. Top of inning number 7. Now the catcher for the Rangers, Jonah Heim. Right through there for a strike.
He's got a rare skill set out there on the mound. Even when he's low on energy, his stuff still has bite to it. You just don't see it flattening out just because he's tired. He's still delivering good action.
Throw on to Olsen, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. In the air, out towards left center, and it falls. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. And here is Sam Huff. Into center and a base hit. Lead runner makes the turn at second. He's in there.
Back-to-back singles. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field. Now let's see if they can string something together, make it a little more interesting.
Duran in the box now, takes strike 1. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Harris has a beat on it. Brings it in. Runner tagging from third. He'll score on the sac fly, and it's now a 2-run game.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at-bat. Got the job done.
Taveras stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. That's in there. And now it's even 1-1. With the tying run at the plate here in the late stages of game 2.
Well, a good slider from an opposite-handed pitcher has to stay in that tunnel just a little bit longer. Otherwise, recognition can cause you to barrel it off. And right there, the hitter clearly couldn't do anything with it.
Harris flashes the leather on the running catch. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Braves 5 and the Rangers 3. Ready to go for the last half of the inning.
The designated hitter.
Now it's the DH, Jared Kelenic. Max Scherzer goes to work. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Scherzer, a 6'3" righty, 210 pounds, and of course has a Cy Young to his credit. Wouldn't chase that time. Lifted in the air down the left side. Carter makes the grab, and there's 1 away.
The right fielder, number 13, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Well, that's that stuff right there. He threw it extremely well. Talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in. Not in time. It's a double.
All over that one right there. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. What a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
One down. Here's Matt Olson. In the air, left side, ranging back. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away. Now the third baseman, Austin Riley.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Pitch misses, and it's 1-0. Two outs. Fall off foul. Here's a 1-1. And the breaking ball drops in for a strike. Acuna on third with 2 out. And a pitch. And a swing and a miss. And that is the inning. One left for Atlanta, and it remains 5-3. Back at Truist Park, all set for the start of the inning. Now the left fielder, Evan Carter. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Under it is Acuna to make the grab. So now it's Corey Seager. Breaking ball through there for a strike.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
And a good eye there.
Talk about the right guy at the right spot. They really need a rally, and this guy is someone you can believe in to find a way to get on base.
And 1-2.
1 ball.
The Braves holding on to a 2-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Well, he's showing some pretty dominating stuff out there in this one, not just in terms of swing and miss, but also in terms of command. You know, all the strikeouts that kind of speak for themselves, but when you don't walk anyone, you're demonstrating that you have the confidence in your abilities to truly go right after opposing batters.
Number 6.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see it. Waskari Noah takes over on the mound.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Nabs it, and that is that. The Braves pen comes through in fine fashion. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Braves. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Ozzie Albies. Max Scherzer back to work. That's outside. 1-0. That one missed. Scherzer winds, kicks, fires.
We got a full count.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Scherzer deals. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And he deals. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk. That's a great at-bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk. Man at first, Sean Murphy. Next up for the Braves. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. There's a strike.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, It's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Calls it in, and there's one away. Orlando Arcia, the next to hit.
Orlando Arcia.
In the air, right side. Garcia heads after it. Makes the catch. 2 away now. Marcell Ozuna next up for the Braves. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Durant. That ends the frame. All set to start the 9th in this one. Now the catcher for the Rangers, Jonah Heim. Right through there for a strike.
As a pitcher, you don't want to throw in get-me-over fastballs just for strikes. You really need to command your pitches to this guy at the plate.
Swing at a ball lifted to center field. And it falls. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have high contact.
Arcia on to second. They get one. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play. So they're down to their final out. So next to hit for Texas, Sam Huff. That one misses, and that's ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th. The next pitch misses, and it's 2-1. Bounced out to short, Arcia. Not in time. He's safe.
1 out away from this game being over, but an infield single keeps them alive. They're still breathing, and maybe this provides that last-minute spark.
In the air to left center. He's got it. Ball game. And the Braves get it done at home, taking games 1 and 2 of the series.
Well, someone from the bullpen had to come in, get a big out, and then had a little time to think about it before he went back out to get the final 3 outs of this ball game. Nonetheless, outstanding job to get the save and secure the win for his team.
Here's one final look at the line score from this one, Chris.
It was a close 2-run game, and a couple of key moments just really made the difference. Not much separates these two teams.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.